Good afternoon. Yes, it's afternoon this time, not morning. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing something that I've been meaning to do for a long time, but I haven't been doing it because other things have come up, blah, 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 blah. None of you care about that. What you care about is what you came to watch today. And that is, I'm going to be working on trying to improve some of the drainage around the property. Now, a long time ago, probably a few months ago, I put out a couple of either videos, or I'm sure you've seen it in some of my videos, or even Instagram, where the drainage on the property isn't great when it rains and rains and rains and rains. And sometimes it can rain for days. So we can probably get about anywhere from, what I've experienced, is up to 6 inches in something as short as 2 to 3 days. We can actually probably, I'm sure, get more. I'm just new to the area. Again, I'm in Eastern North Carolina, growing zone 8A. All that being said, oh, and the reason that the drainage is poor is because the soil is heavy in clay. So if you're new to the channel, that's the facts. If you've tuned in before, you've seen and heard all of this before. So, a while back, one of my viewers turned around and made a suggestion about working to improve the drainage. Now, I'm going to do one experiment today, and that experiment, and hopefully later this week, allegedly later this week, we are supposed to get rain. There's about, right now, a 50% chance of rain on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That may change. We'll have to wait and see. There is some sort of tropical storm off the coast. Right now I believe it's somewhere around Florida. It may get to us a little later in the week. It's not going to turn into tropical depression allegedly, but we can probably expect quite a bit of rain from it. Again, all of that being said, I need to work on the drainage of the property. So today I'm going to turn around and, again, following my viewer's suggestion, let me get to the viewer's suggestion first. The viewer's suggestion is digging a hole or a trench line and filling it with sand and gravel. You could then put soil over that, but essentially what that then creates is a free draining space that the water can then drain into. Now, I thought about this for a little while, and I thought, wait a minute, that sounds like a lot of work, which it is, but it'll have good beneficial outcomes. But what if I did something a little different? What if I took my auger? You know, the auger, the sharp pointy bit. What if I took my auger and I turned around and drilled a series of holes? Then filled them with sand and gravel. And then, of course, you could always top off with a little bit of compost or topsoil for the grass to grow back over. Although, honestly, I have grass growing through my driveway, crushed gravel. It's thick, crushed gravel, and the grass is growing up through it. Don't ask me how, don't ask me why. It's an amazing thing. Either way, that's not what we're here for today. So I'm going to drill some holes. I'll then show you what I'm going to do with the sand and the gravel, and then we'll talk about this a little bit more, because you guys like hearing the sound of my voice. So let's get to work. I dug my holes, as you can see. Hopefully you can see that in the camera. I can't see it in the viewfinder, but hopefully when I get to editing this, you'll be able to see this. Either way, dug my holes. Each one is about 24 inches deep, maybe a little deeper, give or take. I wasn't going for exact science here. Just a side note, I did mention that I've had drainage issues along the driveway here on this portion of the property as well as the main portion. This is all an experiment. So what I'm doing today is picking this area, and I dug my holes. And then what I'm going to do, or again, just to clarify what I have previously done, is I have aerated this area and I've put down a lot of compost. Now, what that has done is allowed the water to drain from this area faster, but this area still has a problem draining. I can come out again after heavy rain and it's still pretty sloshy for maybe an inch of water for about a half a day or a day. Again, depending upon how much water we get, how much rain we get. This hopefully will allow the drainage in this particular spot to drain a lot faster. That's the hope. If this experiment does work, and again, I have the house off to the one side, okay, with the garden beds, and I believe the garden beds have allowed or helped the drainage go faster because you have all that fresh, good composty soil just absorbing all that water. And then you have the driveway here, which is gravel and granite and whatever. It doesn't allow really any water so that water sort of comes off into this strip right here. By putting in these 4 holes, I'm hoping that this will help alleviate the problem. It's not going to remove the problem. Again, if we get a hurricane and I get 12 inches of rain in a day, or worse, 24 inches of rain in a day, I have way bigger problems. This area obviously is still going to flood. But if I put these holes in and we get, let's say, 6 inches overnight, theoretically the next day the ground should just be soft and soggy and I shouldn't be walking through puddles. Theoretically, hypothetically. This is all an experiment. So I've dug my holes. Now let's go get the sand and the stone. Okay, so I have some play sand, which is very coarse sand, and I have some pea gravel. So first, I'm going to open up my sandbag. Oh, God. Oh. And then we're going to dump some of the gravel in there. This is pea gravel. Smells like it came from the bottom of the ocean. Let me get a shovel. Now we'll put this into the holes. I don't want to really compact it down, but Mother Nature will do its thing. I'll rake this out later, making it smooth and nice. Okay, so there you go. I drilled 4 holes. I was using my 3-inch auger, in case you're curious about the size. Filled them with sand and gravel, and then I have pushed back some of the soil. I'll go over this again with a rake. I'll make it all look pretty, and if we get some rain, that'll also help wash down some of the soil and everything will settle down. Life will be wonderful. Grass will grow back in no time because it's North Carolina, and honestly, with the heat and humidity generally, everything just grows here that much faster, which is pretty amazing. The grass, yeah, we'll talk about that another day. So for the viewer who suggested this, thank you. I'm going to run this experiment. Like I said, we're supposed to get rain later this week. Hopefully we do. And then I can monitor this, see how this works. If the area does drain significantly better, it doesn't have to be great, just better. If the area drains better with these 4 holes, okay, if we get significant amounts of rain and I can judge that, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself a larger auger. And I will then, along the back tree line or near that area, I will then dig a series of holes using that bigger auger. Maybe I'll get myself 8-inch. Oh, I don't know. And I'll do the same thing where I'll dig a series of holes, backfill them with sand and compost. And again, when we get these ridiculously heavy rains, or rains on days, then hopefully those areas will dry out better. That means then hopefully I won't have rain intruding into the vegetable garden. Not that it's affecting anything right now, but again, the ground gets pretty saturated on the back half of the vegetable garden, and that will make for tough walking, or I'm going to have to do raised beds, etc. And where the back half of the rose garden is, it will, or actually I should say almost 2/3 of the rose garden, if it rains heavy enough, tends to get a little flooded. So again, if I dig those series of drainage holes, that hopefully will make everything drain that much faster, and yeah, we'll be in better shape. So that is going to wrap it up for today. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Tell your friends, families, loved ones. Grumpy old guy across the street. I have this wonderful channel. If you, oh dear, if you haven't checked out my links below, trying to think of where I'm going with this. If you haven't seen my links below, check out the links below in the description, where I have merch for sale, I have a book for sale, I have an Instagram account link to my website. If you haven't visited my website, please visit my website. If you have any suggestions, comments, etc., please leave them in the comments below. I love to hear from you guys. If you have a better suggestion than the one I'm currently trying today, or maybe something else to try, please leave those in the comments below. I'm trying to grow my green finger. I don't know anything. So any and all help would be fabulous. That's going to wrap it up again for today. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.